nation, right? You're from the tribe of Levi, according to the Bible, right? Have you ever read about the 12 tribes of Israel in the Bible? That's your nation. That's who you're from. You're the biblical Hebrew Israelites, according to the Bible. You're God's chosen people. Huh? All right? Because our forefather Jacob had 12 sons, right? And we're the progenitor of these 12 sons. When you read Genesis 49, right, he called his, Jacob called his 12 sons, right? And he said in the last days, he's going to tell them what's going to befall them. So because of what befall them, we know by narrowing out through the Bible and what happened in history, who they are today, right? So God is waking up back his people to who we are, right, before he bring the destruction upon America. The miracles in the Bible are not that long. Do you ever wonder why we go through the stuff we go through, right? Like we're always in the ghettos, we suffer, we work and don't get paid good, right? Ever wonder why that happened to us as a nation of people? You don't know? All right. But when you read Deuteronomy 28, right? I'll show you this real quick. Deuteronomy 28, right? And verse 1. Right? It says, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. So God said, if you keep his laws, statutes, and commandments, I'm going to make you high above all nations of the earth. Right? Now let's jump to verse 15. Right? It says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and shall overtake thee. Right? So if we said, if you break my laws, statutes, and commandments, all these curses are going to come upon you and shall overtake you. Right? Yeah. What are these curses? For us to be put in slavery. Right? Because how we came here, right? In slave ships, right? That is in the Bible. Right? And I should show you something else real quick. Jeremiah. Jeremiah. Alright, go to Genesis 49. Before I even jump into that, I'm going to read Revelations 2 and 9 real quick, then I'm going to get it. To set it up perfectly for you for this one. This is Revelations 2 and 9. Right? So you can see it for yourself. It says, I know thy works, thy tribulation. Right? It says, I know thy works and thy tribulation and thy poverty. He's talking about us, but thou art rich. Right? And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, and they're not, but are the synagogue of Satan. So who's saying they're the Jews right now? Right, those white people, right? Those so-called white people over in the land, right? They're saying they're the real Jews, and they're not. They're the synagogue of Satan. Why? Because you are the real Jew. They took your identity. In slavery, they beat it out of you. All right. So from there, I'm gonna go to Psalms. To Psalms 83. Right, this is Psalm 83, right? You can read it. It says, keep not silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their heads. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They are they have consulted together with one consent. They're a confederate against. So all nations come together, saying we need to cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel is no more in their remembrance. I said, but where do all nations come together and speak with one voice? He said, but he said, all nations come together, they're a confederate against it. When all nations come together and speak with one voice, what is that called? Think for me. The UN, the United Nations, right? So all the nations got together, right? and consulted, saying, hey, we need to cut them off from being a nation. By the name of being an Israelite,